Oh, dang it. I hate that. All right, welcome everybody to another great day of trading here. It was a pretty blah day. Okay, that's probably all I can say about this day of trading. We did pull off a pretty amazing scalp last night. I pulled off a great call on a really nice scalp last night. And what do we got going on with BTC? Let's get over here and take a look. All right, so right now with BTC, we are seeing a lot of resistance at 63.50, right? I mean, it just seems like the struggle is real right here at 63.50, right? I mean, look at that. And I have been neutral, right? I have everybody on pins and needles right now because we all, this is gonna either explode up to the top here and go up to our top targets, right? 66, 6,700, and or break down to our bear target. Now, I did play a short out on the BTC Litecoin to Bitcoin. BTC did really well on that. I actually ended up walking away with averaged about a little over 9%. It wasn't bad. It was an okay trade. So watching the market as we are right now, right? What I'm seeing that we have a lot of uncertainty. We have the bulls are holding the support down here on the lower end, and you've got some absolutely just wicked candles playing out, right? So, we just posted up on the 12 hour. We closed out this day. Now, this is a bearish hanging man candle, right? This is definitely a bearish hanging man, and we can expect or look for some downside. But at the very last minute there, this thing popped up. Now, I'm going to go over here, and I want to bring up my, where's it at? Let me find this chart. I should go through this chart real quick. I just want to go through the daily, okay? So there's our daily. All right, so our daily closed out with now this isn't engulfing, right? This is not an engulfing candle. This was an engulfing candle right here. So this was engulfing. Now you got to get all the way down here. And if you really get super close down here, you'll see that the second body of the second candle was just a little bit lower as the close than the day before, and it shows a little bit different on different exchanges. But if you really peel down in here on some of the exchanges, this is a bullish close right here. When you have two candles that close out, almost like a bottom two towers right here, right? This is almost like a lower tweezer top, but a tweezer bottom. This is actually bullish, right? So you got this bullish momentum kicked up out of here. Now, this candle setup also could have been played as an inside bar, right? This could have been played as an inside bar candle. You did get this elevation, you did get this push out of there. This also could have been looked at as a bullish pin bar, right? So this would have been looked at a possible bullish pin bar for me, because it was on the low side, right? Now, if it's on the higher side, this would have been a bearish pin bar. Because it's on the low side, it ended up being bullish, right? So we did get some retracement right here. I am still sitting in my short from 64 is 63 and change, right? So I'm still sitting in that short from 63 and change. We have got our stop limit set. We've also got a flip trade going. In the members group, we have a flip trade just in case this thing takes off. And one of the things we want to look at as we come down in this daily chart is a lot of times this is a continuation trade, right? This is a continuation. This also is lining up to be a perfect symmetrical triangle, right? So this thing is really looking like a pretty nice looking symmetrical triangle. Let's peel this off. Let's peel that off. That target was hit. So I'm going to peel this off. That's 63.50, right? I'm going to peel that back. All right, so let's just kind of draw on a trend line here, right? This kind of just marches down real well. Works out really good. And, you know, there you go. You got something a little more tuned to this. Right, so you've got a symmetrical triangle that's formed down here. Now, when a symmetrical triangle breaks out either up or down, and usually these are 49, 51. So the odds of this triangle technically breaking out are to break lower. You do have a 51% chance that this does break lower here because this is a symmetrical triangle that this is in. Now, when you target a symmetrical triangle, right, for the targets of a symmetrical triangle, you usually want to do, it's 63% up and it's like 53 to 55% down, right? So you're just going to go over, and it's sometimes just a lot easier to go over and get some kind of a measuring tool. And we're going to go like this. We're going to just top to bottom this baby right there. Right? So if this did break out here, there would be our upper side target right there. And clone. There would be our downside target right there. Now, this is a lot. So this is a pretty solid range here of a breakout, right? And what you're going to do right now is you're just going to do absolutely damn nothing. You're going to do nothing in this trade until this breaks either up or down. That's it. This is a very easy trade to play, right? You're just going to sit here on your hands and you're going to do nothing. You're not going to FOMO into this trade. You're not going to do nothing. So let's look at, triangle. All right, so we've got a symmetrical triangle that's cooked up nice for us. All right, and let me just blow this up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to bring over a couple charts just to give you guys a good idea of what we're looking at here. And let me pull this up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? All right, there it is. All right, so there you go. So here is your symmetrical triangle. This is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking at. Now, let me tell you, this thing can change in shape. So what this can do is, if it wants to get really tricky on us, it can actually pull something crazy like this, right? And it could pull out deeper, like something like this, like that. And then what it would do is it would just come up, tap the top of this, right? Just come up, tap the top of this, bounce down, right? So you'd get a, so if we were to put an A, B, C, D, E in here, there you go, A, well, yeah, let's see here, A, B, C, D, E, so this would be your A, B, yeah, so that's what that would be. So it would be, you're looking at, here's your A. You'd be looking for a B here, technically. C, D, and E. Right? And this is kind of the pattern you're looking. Now, if this is what this is playing out right here, as right here, you have to figure, can you squeeze this in here? And it just kind of doesn't work. You're going to have to go like this. You have to break this down deeper. Okay, there you go. There's your A. Gotta come up here. There's your B. This is looking to make a contact up here somewhere. For your C, come back down for your D, and then your E wave, right? So this here would be a possible symmetrical triangle that would play out, right? Right here, something like this. This is lateral movement, right? This lateral movement is not healthy. This lateral movement is like a spring. You've got a spring and it's winding up and winding up and winding up and winding up. And this spring is about to explode either up or down. And you've got a really big, you can see how big this spring is. So it started way back here. The spring actually loaded up here and then it busted loose and then it's winding up again and it's going to break loose again. Now, if this breaks down here, it will have more of a limited range down. If it breaks up, you're going to look for support above up here at 66.94. So you're going to have your resistance above on the top side. Look at all this cluster right here. So you're going to have a bunch of resistance right in this area. And if this breaks down, you're going to be looking for your lower wedge line that comes off of this point to here, right? Just like this, there to there to there. So to get a confirmation of a bearish move, it's going to A, have to break through this wedge line. B, it's going to have to break through this top side up here, which is going to be way up here. So to turn this into a bullish move, it's going to have to break above this 66.87 area, maybe a little bit higher. But yeah, right in here, 6,700. So it's going to have to break out over 6,700 to be bullish. Okay, but I want to warn you, this is a symmetrical triangle. Usually these do break in the direction of the pattern that they're heading in, right? So these usually will come down and break out to the bottom. Now, I do have a chart that contradicts that. Okay, and this is the chart that we are, let me pull this thing up. 1 second, where's it at? Where are you at over here? Let me find this baby. Give me 1 second. I'll get it up. Had to get all my charts loaded because I dumped everything out. All right. Nope. Nope. Where are you at? Hold on. No, it's not this one. Oh, there it is. I found it, sorry. Here we go. All right, so this is our most updated chart, and this is the chart that gives me the bullish count. Okay, so this chart right here gives me the bullish count. We went over this in the members area, and how this is this is a 4-6 count, right? So this is a 4-6 count chart on the bear side, and the 4-6 count is usually how the bears like to turn around. So as you count down this chart, you can see that there's a bunch of circles and squares, and all of these are in a conforming pattern called the 4-6 pattern. This is a vamp pattern. I named it. Right, and what happens is you get 4s higher, 6s lower, 4s higher, 6s lower, 4s higher, 6s lower. These are all continuation patterns of a continued downward bearish movement. When you get the 4 lower and the 6 higher, it is a bullish pattern, right? And it gives us it gives you a possible bullish signal. Okay, and look, this goes on, and you can see it. 4 higher, 4 lower. So here's the 4 lower. And then here is so here's your 4 lower and your 6 higher. And look at that run right there. Look at that parabolic run. That was just an insane march off there. And look, 4 higher, 6 lower, dump. 4 higher, 6 lower, dump. 4 higher, 6 lower, little bounce, but a dump. 4 higher, 6 lower, a little bounce, dump. But you see that these still had a continuation. So this is still a continuation. 4 higher, 6 was lower than the 4, pulled back, and then it dumped again. So this is really what I'm concentrating on, and I'm focusing on this. This has me a little bit worried. Now, this exact pattern also corresponds with our MACD, which is over here, our MACD chart. Where are you at? Let me find that chart. And which MACD chart is that? All right, it's my J-hook chart. All right, so I got it right. J-hook, J-hook, J-hook. Oh, there it is. All right. So here's my J-hook chart, right? So this is just done in the members area recently. And this again shows you how this bounces, right? So take a look at this. This is awesome. This is such a great chart, right? This chart shows you as a really good parabolic setup and a great trade setup with this chart alone. Look at how far we have marched up right here with this MACD, right? And we've marched up really high here with the MACD, but the price hasn't even moved, right? Our price is just kind of chilling out, doing a whole lot of nothing right now, right? Our price is just basically not even moving. And what happens is as this swings up into here and it makes contact with this orangish red line, you can see that's where this tops out. So you see a topping out of the price action and then a detrimental drop. Same thing, came back, tapped up here, up top. They touched each other. This then just went up a little bit. You found the top. This was a perfect shorting opportunity. We're doing the same thing. Now, if you look, what's happening is this thing is losing juice, right? This thing is losing steam. Look at this one. Whoa, parabolic move, went crazy. This one, it was kind of like, wee, right? And then this one is like, wah, 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 right? So the problem is over here, we have been slowly losing steam on these bounces. Now look at how perfect this is. We bounced at all these perfect locations. We're coming up here. I'm giving this limited bounce here, right? This is a limited bounce. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the ability to find the opportunity to find the connection when these two lines connect. I know that's when I'm going to be looking to pull a hardcore short again. And you guys know I'm all about finding those prime opportunities, and my charts do a really good job of finding those key pinnacle moments, just like the pinnacle moment of the fall last time, right? We saw that. Remember how we saw the fall? We saw the fall at the dollar value. We saw that on the 28th of August before this puppy fell off a cliff. We called this thing all the way back at the 28th of August. We called the dump when it happened, right? And here again, using this chart, this is going to help us find this next fall. Now, here's what you got to be careful of here, right? Because if you dig really close down deep into this little chart right here, and you see this little, look at this little baby kickback. I mean, it's barely anything. This is not even a move, right? This was a 200 and some point drop, right? A 200 point drop, right? So this was, the bulls are probably watching this going, oh God, Lambos, so amazing. Oh my God, I'm the most amazing trader in the whole wide world. Look at me. It's going, oh, we're going to buy a Lambo next week and my mom's going to be so proud of me. And then bam, it just dropped the hammer on him real quick, but then it took off again. And it was like Lambos and unicorns, and then bam, it just dropped it on him again, right? Just gave him the double hammer, right? Because they were going, oh yeah, this is parabolic. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 to the moon. Yeah, well, that got dashed like all the dreams and hopes that they had when they entered crypto in February. So here we are, we're watching this, and we're looking for this connection to come together. Right? You can see this happened exactly the same way back here. Look at that. As soon as it touched, I lined it all up for you. You can't get it. I'm spoon feeding you. You're getting spoon fed some amazing information. So now look at how far this is apart. This is a really good gap here. So we've got a really good gap. And what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for one of these little I'm only kiddings. Right? I'm waiting for an I'm only kidding. And that's really what my concern is. But if you go over here and you have this chart right here, and then you have this chart, right? This chart is kind of what gets me, like there could be one more, like this connection from here to get up to tap this line here. Now they're both moving towards each other. Okay, they're both moving together. Could give us one little fakey pump up, right? This would give us a nice fakey pump. And if you look at this, you see this candle setup right here? If you look at this candle setup right here, This candle setup right here could be an inside bar pattern with a bull fakie, with a pin bar fakie. And let me show you what that looks like. Let me go back to my little handy dandy cheat sheet charts, right? And here we go. So this would give us this candle structure. See, like something like this right there, with this is an inside bar candle with a big fakie pin bar, right? And that, or look at what's also happening. So we've done step 1, step 2, right? And it just kind of hasn't gone high enough. And now we're just waiting for step 3 to play out. Now, if this does dip, we'd be looking for a bullish pin bar fakie, right? So you'd get this bullish fakie with a pin bar where this thing would just drop out of the bottom. And that would correspond with this little tick over here. There's your little tick right there, your tick down. And that could also be another warning sign for us of what's to come. So this is really challenging to play this area. And I'm basically in the members area just being like, listen, if you're not in a trade right now, do not get in a trade, right? I called out, listen, I am 8.5 for 9 or 9.5 for 10 trades right now. Like almost every trade we've had has been perfect. Okay, and the trade we started up here, you can take your profit and you can cash out on that thing and you're still in profit because our shorts that we pulled were from 63.80 to 6400, 64.50, I believe it was, right? So we are already in profit in this short trade and you can feel free to take that win anytime you want, right? So we're all sitting good right now. We've moved our stop losses down into profit in case this thing wants to go bipolar on us and shoot up. But the warning is here. This is going to be a bearish continuation pump, right? That's all this is. This is a bearish continuation bounce. Okay, and this thing's just going to pump up. Now, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on my targets, right? Because as we kind of squeeze together a little bit tighter here, I'm going to drop that down a little bit because you see that this has made a lot of movement here. We've gone a long way. So this baby has gone a long way from where it was just late yesterday whenever I made this chart. This thing was way down here. This thing has traveled up, and look at the price. The price hasn't moved. Our price hasn't moved at all, right? So here was the bottom, okay? Here's the bottom, and we've gone up with this, and the price has gone down. Okay, so that's bad. It's bad. That's bad. This is bearish. This is very bearish. When your indicators go up and your price stays the same or goes down, that is bad. It is bearish. Okay, so this gives me limited range, and the more this squeezes together, the more limited the range of this explosive with this move becomes, right? So I'm going to put that right up there. The more limited the space of this move becomes here on the top side. All right, so this is kind of what we're tracking right here. This is a very easy setup, right? This is an easy setup. We've got a really nice setup for us with this just home run. Like, it just doesn't get any better, right? It's like, oh, look, there you go, right? Got that, right? And what we're looking for is, you know, this is a pretty easy trade because you're just going to scalp this. So you're going to scalp this both ways because you have limited direction in both directions here. You have very limited range in both directions because if it breaks south, it's going to get tested on this trend line that continues from back here. So there's that trend line. Let's not forget that. There's your trend line. Your target down here is 5980 to 6K. So there's your target on the bottom side here. It's a 300-point drop if this thing falls out. If this thing moves up, you're limited in your top side based on this MACD line right here. So you're really kind of in a a tricky situation. This is more of a scalper's trading area, if anything. So this is best played by a scalper, not played by a swing trader, right? Because a swing trader got in up here. A swing trader got in up here and has moved their stop limit down to 7K, right? That's a swing trade. We were all up here, right? We were all up here. You saw our trades. You saw the money we made. And then we shorted it again. We shorted the corn again from 6,900. So we had 1, 2 just double big whammies. So we had 2 amazing trades to get us down to this point. So as swing traders, we're playing with house money right now. We're not even playing with our own money. We're just playing with house money because we made so much money coming down. And this is a great trade setup for a scalper, not for a swing trader. For a swing trader, you're just going to move your stop limit down to the 6,900. And if you want to get really conservative, you're going to bring it down right over the top of this box at 6,700 and change. Right, this will put you in a lot of magical profits, and you guys will be really good. The only thing to really bust out of this is some magical unicorn, tether unicorn, showing up right now and just taking this for a ride. Okay, but with that being said, the reason you're going to not close this trade out if you're all the way up here, if you took the short from up here, you're not going to close this trade out because your target eventually is this trend line, which is shown over time to be the bottom end target point, right? So even if this comes up here to 6,600, 6,500, you're still just going to sit comfortably with your short up in these 2 areas, and you're just going to let this thing fall out one more time, as the MACD has told you it was going to do. Let's take a look at a couple of the other. Now, ETH is doing really, really good. Good job, ETH. You're doing really good. I'm proud of you. We called that in the chat that listen, it just can't break lower than 85.33. ETH has to hold on to 85.33. Okay? It has to hold on to this area. And that's it. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. If Ethereum loses the 8,500 area, right? This is really last support. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is just, there's nothing. You got to go, wait, look, you are below your support back here. So let me pull this off, run this up to a 3-day chart. Okay. So you are below this last support right here. You're below it. Okay. You're below it. This is no longer will act as support. This is now turned into resistance. This one line right here. And a lot of this up here is now turning into resistance. So you're up here at 201, turned into resistance. 213 is turned into resistance. So you've got a lot of resistance above you. This has been an absolute parabolic fall. There's a good example of the symmetrical triangle we just talked about, and how that symmetrical triangle played out, and it was only a continuation pattern downwards. Look, and there's that pin bar candle, right? That pin bar fakie candle. And there it is. Look, this is an inside bar or a bearish harami with a pin bar fakie, and boom, died. All right, so there, it's very simple. A lot of good stuff. Loving the ETH trades right now. Listen, if you're playing ETH, you need to be very wary playing ETH, because it can give you a nice little pumpy, but this thing can also just die out. Now, on the 12-hour, this did hit a 9. It is bleeding out. This is a really good bleed out. This is some good action. You've posted up your first red 1. This is bad. So you posted up 1 green 1. You did not want to post up a green 1. There it is. The thing that ETH did not want to do was post up a green 1, because you can look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. And you look for 4 candles to be a reversal before the continuation of the pattern. Right? And this is once again, this is kind of what you're seeing here. You're seeing now this could possibly be a continuation of the pattern. It came up, it tested on the 12-hour, the 7 MA. It said, like a little kid sticking the finger in the light socket, ow, damn, that hurt, and it just ran away. Now, it needs to hold this 185. If this breaks 185, your next target is down here. It's down ugly. I will be looking to buy ETH, right? I will buy ETH here, right, for a bounce, right? I will be looking to buy ETH right here for a bounce. I will also be looking to buy ETH here, but this will be a lesser chance of buying ETH here. So this will be a 50-50 for me if I see it can hold this line. Okay, but I will be looking to buy ETH here. This is more like a 90% chance. If we get down to this 150 range, and it can drop down a little bit lower, I'm fine with that, right? I'm fine with this dropping down a little bit lower. But if it gets down here into this bubble region, and you're talking 157, 150s, anything in the 150s, I'm going to be happy with, right? I'm going to be happy with a nice, because I think we'll get a nice big continuation bounce for a long scalp right there. And this is something I would like to get. I'd like to make some easy money on ETH right there, okay? And give me a seckie. Nope. Okay. So I'm, all right, there we go. All right, so I just posted that over in the members area. All right, let's go over, let's take a look at our fib chart really quick. So we have two things set up here. We have our MACD chart. This is our standard MACD that's all set up. Here's our wedge. Here's our target for our MACD. Now this is the standard MACD. The other MACD I use in the other one is with my RSI as my source. This one was with us just a standard RSI chart. Look at, you've got this all easy peasy, right? Easy. Look, there is the bad thing about this chart is that where this sits is super danger zone, right? When you're in this area, this middle area right here, this is no bueno. This is not good at all. Now, you've came all the way down. Look at your histogram. Your histogram's pulling back. Right, this is bullish. This is some bullish action on your histo there. So let's just keep an eye on the histogram. And what we're going to do is, yeah, we're just going to leave that right there. And that's it. I mean, that's pretty much all we got to do is just kind of watch this. Oh, we're going to throw one more line. I'm just going to do this. Right, so now what we'd be looking for, if you blew this up a little bigger, is to see if this will act as resistance right here, right? And you can start to kind of do that with maybe that right there. There you go. Start to create a channel. So I've set up a channel right there. Excuse me. And now let's see if this channel works as resistance to where the histogram will stop and then start reversing the other way, just like it did here, right? So if you come back here, you see this. Was there a correlation between this area and the turnaround? Pretty close, right? Look, so there, and then it stopped there. Now you can find all kinds of things. Now, do they often work? Yeah, so much so, but I like to do wedges. I like to do trend lines. Let's see if this one holds here, okay? So I'm going to use these two as support lines. So I would be looking for this to, if this histogram keeps dropping, the histogram right here will bounce back up, bearish, and or the histogram will keep going to there, and then spin back, right? Something like that right there. Okay, there you go. Now look at how far the histogram has moved on all these candles, and there's been no price action move. Okay, so look at the histogram has pulled back into this wedge formation. And another great thing, so look, this is another confirmation of the wedge, right? So you got, this is just confirming a wedge right here. So if we go in here, we're going to start to look for that wedge play. It's a little tougher because that's a super sharp wedge right there. Super sharp pattern. And then that would play out with that right there. See if that holds true. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there. All right. Okay, so there's that right there. And oh, I'm going to actually put this over here. So this is still my target. So our target is going to be the wedge, right? All right, so our target is the wedge. And we're going to back this up. Okay. All right, and let's go up to our fibs. We're going to just run up to our fibs real quick. That's not what I wanted. All right. Oh, can everybody hear me? Oh, okay, good. All right, perfect. All right, so let's take a look at our fibs really quick. I know this chart is just a mess. I know it's a mess. I know it's hard to read. I know it is. Trust me, I feel it. All right, so we came down, tested our first line, and it's trying to bounce back. Now, here is the resistance. This one line that goes slashes straight across, right? Tick, tick, ticks the top of that. Came down, 1-2 touches, right? So we are now trying so hard to get back up here. Now, historically, this has run back up a second time, right? Here you go. There's this line that comes all the way down, right? There's that line right there. This line has been touched twice, right? So we've gone up, and we've kind of poked it. We kind of poked it a couple times, not just twice, once, twice, 3 times. So we've poked the crap out of that damn line, right? And the top of that line is 64.30 right now for us, 64.30, 64.39. Okay, so with this fib line, and then you look, look at all these lines above us. So this is another moving average line, right? Fibonacci line, 64.69, 64.69. There's a lot of, 64.69, 64.96. There's a lot of resistance right here. So now that I'm looking at the MACD chart, I might have to go back and lower my expectations if this thing does take off, right? Looking back at our MACD chart that says, which is our J-hook chart right here, see this is narrowed. This is super narrow right here, okay? So because of that, and because of this, all this resistance above us, including this line, if it did make it up over this line, you've got your 236 right above you. You've got them stacked, 236, 618, 236. You've got a lot of resistance right here stacked above it. Then your next level would be the 328. There's your 328. This is your 328 from this move, from the very tippy-toppy to the very bottom. The retracement was already came back. So we came back and we retraced initially to the 236, right? Bounced down here, came right back up to the 236, poked the 236. Now, it is trying to go to the 382, right? 66.18. Here's the issue. You've got the 5-0 sitting above you, which is the 5-0 from the greater fall. So it's from the greater target area, from this fall right here to all the way up here, this giant fall, right? We got to watch out because you start to pull your Fibonacci lines, right? Oh, sorry, this from here to here, this big fall from that, sorry, the run up to 7,400. This is your 5-0 line of your retracement of that, okay? So this is also going to act as resistance right now, headed back up. So this came all the way down. We poked through the 786. We bounced off the 786, came up to the 236. Now it's trying to bounce back up, and it wants to touch. It wants to get back up here, hit the 382 or this 50, and it's trying to do that. But because of the continuation, it's just trapped right now. It's trapped. See, look at this right here. See this double topped right here. This is a double top, which is a great reversal signal, and they just fell out. Okay. So that's really all I got for this right here. And now I'm still bearish. I'm bearish, completely bearish until we break out over the 6,700 line, and then we'll have another talk about this if it gets up over 6,700. But right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to come up, and this is looking like a lesser and lesser and weaker possibility to bounce up and out of this. Okay, nothing has changed here on that chart. All right, here's our bubble chart. Bubble chart says the same thing. Just bounces. All these are bearish bounces right here in the green boxes. Those green boxes are lined up, and these are just all ugly green bounces, and they just didn't go anywhere. There's that green box there, and this green box right there. There you go. So this is just a bearish bounce zone. Came down here to the purple bearish bounce zone, and we're getting a bounce out of here. And let's go ahead and see what else we got. Doggy Coin. How's Doggy Coin doing? Dude, Doggy is on fire, man. Seriously, man. Whoever is, I don't know what is holding this coin up. I don't know what is pumping this coin. This thing is amazing. This thing is amazing. God bless Doggy Coin. All right. I did want to show you guys. So here is our weekly. All right, I just wanted to go over this weekly, a couple weekly charts with you really quick. So super important to take a look at here. Sorry, it's the monthly. Okay, look at where we are right now in the monthly. Okay, we are on a brand. Listen, this is not a good place to be. All right, this is not a good place to be. We are lower. Right now we are at a lower low. If this were to close today, this would be very bearish, right? Let's go back to the week. I want to pull the week up. Okay, so look at the weekly here. Look at how low. So we are, and I know people are like, hey, this is bullish. We had a lower low. Well, we just destroyed that lower low, right? Our higher low. People said, oh, look, this is great. And then we hit here, and they're like, oh, it's a higher low. Well, that higher low just got wiped out. Okay, so the higher low got wiped out. So you cannot, at this point, start jumping up and down for joy just looking at the weekly chart here. Even if this thing does bounce up, this still created a lower closing low than it did in the previous low. All right, this one right here. So this just makes this look like a continuation pattern. And I just did this out. I have this whole training chart thing I just did. And in this training chart, it shows you exactly, if you put your wedges in here and you ABC all of this and how you can put all this together, that this just looks like a continuation to lower pattern. This looks like an A, B, C, right? Because you can't get an A, B, C out of this. This is just too tight. A, B, C, can't get it out of there. Look, A, B, C, right? A, B, C. This is too linear to be an ABC here. This is an A, this is a B, and this should be creating our C wave, right? Now remember, a C wave is technically could be a 5-wave move. If this is a 5-wave move, we're in for just an absolute freaking shit show. Because if this is wave 1 and we're doing wave 2 right now, the corn is screwed. Okay, the corn is screwed if this is a wave 1. So we're hoping this is just a wave 3. So there's wave 1, wave A, sorry, A, B, C, right? And it can even stop here. A, B, all right, oh, sorry, Jesus Christ. A, B, C, A, B, ABC, and then you have to get an ABC out of this. So there's got to be an ABC in this. See here, we go ABC, you know, or ABC. This has got to have, this is going to have ABC. This has still got to have a little oomph in here. This is why I'm thinking we're possibly going to go up a little bit also. Get a little more play in this to form this out as a better ABC in this last C leg down. Okay? So let me do that out for people. It got really confusing really fast. Here we go. So ABC. These just stand right out, right? And then this one is probably there. And then this one is, so you're gonna have little baby there, but the greater structure is there. That's the greater structure. All right? And you can do that all the way down here, right? So you just go A, B, C lower. See that? That's perfect, right? Right? Then you got, then so on and so forth. A, B, C. Yep. So you guys can see, you can kind of just go through all of these and pull ABCs out of it. Everything in pretty much crypto, well, in all trading, is continuation patterns of 3s or 5s. Right? They're all continuation patterns of 3s or 5s. Don't want this on here. Clean all that off. So right here, I'm looking for this to be an A, B, and a C wave down. Okay? And let's bring this back. Okay, I want to bring up one more. Oh, come on. I'll bring up one more chart. It's my Stoke chart right here. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do this MACD chart. All right, so here was our MACD, our weekly MACD chart. Thought it was going bullish. People were picking out the colors of their Lamborghinis. And only kidding, right? Just kidding. Only kidding. And just turned back down on us, right? Now, this is viciously evil. Okay, look at our histogram, started down again. This is just so mean, and this is just not nice at all, because this, I even me was like, oh damn, that's bullish right there. And then it just kind of pooped out, right? So big sad face on that right there. There was one bullish indicator, and we're going to check. Sorry, I'm going to pull this baby over to the monthly. And here's one more. Now, this separation, this was so close. These were like touching. These were touching, almost touching right here, right? These things are almost touching, and it just pulled away again. And I have been saving this, and I'm going to keep saving this thing because it's got my target on it, right? It's 63. It's my monthly. Right, and you can see, and I'll pull that up for you guys, that last time, right, last time we had this, let me go find this monthly, come on. Where are you? There we go. I think I have a close-up of it. There we go. All right, so you can see right here, see how close that was? This had shifted over, and it was so close to wanting to touch right there, right? And it was so close, and then this is where we're at now, right? So it opened all the way back up, right? And this is on a monthly chart. So this, in order to make this kind of a move, this is very bearish. This is a very bearish comparison. And you see, this is my arrow. I still got it here. I'm still going to just keep chucking this thing down, okay? All right, so there's that. And RSI hasn't bottomed on our monthly, so we're still looking for, and our MACD here, it just keeps trending lower, all right? Let's go and rip out our Bollinger Bands. All right, so we're going to start over here, the 4 hour with the BBs. Look at the center line, just rejection, 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 rejection. It is trying so hard to break out of the center line of this BB. Top side looks 6,500. Okay, so that's good. This is why I'm going to have to lower down my my targets. Let's take a look over the 6 hour, little 6,500 on the 6 hour. Now, if this is printing out this candle, still 5 hours to go, so that's not a big deal. Not worried about the candle, but look, not a lot of room to go lower here. 61.61 is the low. This Bollinger Band is squeezing again. Look at this thing just squeezed. It was super wide open. This is super tight again on the 6 hour. All right, we're just waiting for the explosion. All right, so here we go. This is kind of where the rubber meets the road. We're going to start to adjust our lines here. So we're going to pull this down. So our 12-hour middle BB target is now 67.26. Okay, and the 12-hour and our 12-hour support, oh, Jesus, Lord. That's no bueno right there. 58.47. All right. Okay, so on this, look at how wide this is here on this. This super, super wide. Right, on the other Bollinger Bands, on the 6 hour, it's pretty much just this right here. Right, but on this 12 hour, this thing is really opened up again. And this thing can fall out one more time. Right, so look how this cluster came down, tapped off the initial. Right, kind of similar to this, came down, tapped off the initial. Made this little symmetrical triangle right there, fell out again, made a really weird pattern right there. Double top, it's actually a double top, and then fell out again. So, you know, we're looking now, we're just going to scoot this down to here. That's not good. And we're going to pull up the daily. All right, okay, so the daily support is sitting pretty good right now. Your daily support is sitting real nice. This historical support. Your daily support still hasn't moved. Really good. 60.46. So this is really good. Right? So there's your target. Your target would be, this is the, we've talked about going down and testing this line right here. Right? So you just take this. Right? We'll go like that. Okay. And then this is our area we would like to get down here and test. So this is the target area down here that the bears would like to test. And this is your historical. And let's see where our middle BB is. All right, so we've got a lot of resistance right up here, especially with this. Just hasn't even moved. This actually went up 9. Okay. All right, and I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got for now. All right. All right. Anybody have any questions? But I think I'm good. I think that's all I got for right now. Now we're just waiting. Just waiting. Very simple. We're just a waiting game now. That's all it is. Pull back over the 6 hour here. Oh, if you guys get a chance, please take a look at the Beast Scalper. This thing is on fire, man. I swear, this thing's gonna put me out of a damn job. You guys aren't gonna need me anymore. Here's the gains called by the shorts and longs. Short, long, short, long, short, long. Polnex is where this is working really. Polynex. This is super accurate on Polynex. If you guys get a chance, you can get this in the bear package. Come on over, it's cheap. People are killing it on this. All right, and I think that's all I want to go over. Oh, how close this is. Okay, gonna have to go and revise my numbers now. So we're gonna have to start dropping this puppy down. Dunk, 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 dunk. Come down to here. right? This is not looking like it's got a lot of oomph in it. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Come join us until 1 mil. We'd love to have you. We've got so many great TA people. We got Chone, we got KK just killing it. We've got the new guy who's just SMFX. God, the guy, seriously, he's just. I feel like it's cheating. I've seen it. I don't believe it, and it's like you're cheating on somebody's test or something like that. I mean, the guy is just making some super wicked calls. He's doing really, really good, and it's really impressive. Really impressive. I don't yet understand Forex, and it's something that I'm going to have to get into and teach myself. Right, so I'm going to get on it. I'm going to start to learn Forex trading, and I'm going to get into some other. Yeah, I do not. So, so I let me adjust these targets. So I'm going to actually move this down here. I'm going to move this target way down here for the bulls, because that is just the squeeze is on. Right. All right. Let me just peek at this chart right here. Yeah, the squeeze is just on, so I'm just gonna move this down a little bit here. Let's scoot this down right into this range. So this would be bull target 1 right here, 65.20. Okay, and then bull target 2 would be right here, would be your 66 to 66.50. Right? There would be your bull target 2. Oh, sorry. This bounce is just looking weaker and weaker and weaker. Yeesh. But with a break, I mean, this could. And I'm tempted to. Well, yeah. Just worried if this thing double tops. All right. Yeah, so that's it for now. I don't think I have anything else. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all being here. And I will catch you all later, all right? And I will catch you soon. Later.